power struggle in relationship mirrors to us the childhood struggle. A relationship is our mirror, and the universe wants to show us how we can better love ourselves and how we can better heal ourselves so that we can have a authentic bond. So the power struggle really does show how we have blocked ourselves and closed ourselves off from knowing who we are and knowing what we want. So how we can experience our harmony, our strength, and our discovery is through creating a practice or a ritual of creativity, self-psychology, and movement meditation. That's the medicine I have designed for the power struggle within a relationship, right? Because when it comes to the inner child struggle, it has to do with expressing our creativity, being creative, and being received for our creativity. So what happens is the shame, emotional pain, and feelings of not being good enough as a child has to do with we wanted to be creative. We were told that we couldn't do it. We were told that who we were naturally was off. We needed to change it. We needed to be something else. And over time, we began to fit into the father, the mother, the caretakers, environment, society, religious image, idea of who we are. So how we can best deprogram this neglect on our creativity, this smallness on our creativity, this lack of creativity, right? That again, when we have this sense of lack of creativity, I can't express myself. I shouldn't express myself, right? I shouldn't work on myself. I shouldn't be great. I shouldn't expand, right? I shouldn't have high imagination. I shouldn't have dreams because in my childhood, my parents, they had a dead relationship, right? The caretakers, they were not pursuing their dreams. They gave up on their creativity. And as my inner child feels that I shouldn't be creative, I shouldn't discover myself because my parents they didn't try to discover themselves. They didn't try to actually know what they want and know who they are. They just kind of atrophied their creative amazement. So with the medicine is creativity, creating practice of creativity, like painting, dancing, singing, whatever it is, something that really makes us feel endearing, makes us feel soulful, makes us feel spherical, well-rounded, and makes us feel open-minded and gives us this sense of openness, this sense of intuitiveness, this earthy kind of groundedness. And then self-psychology is like a self-hypnosis. It's like a contemplation. It's about sitting with ourselves because children, they love to contemplate even though they're always doing things. They're always in this deep state of I'm paying attention. I look at you, bird. I look at you, tree. I can see you. I'm watching. I want to discover you. So self-psychology is like I have a deep hunger to discover myself and to discover my ways about me, right? So that I can become more of a constructive life force rather than a oblivious life force, or rather than a destructive life force, or rather than a imbalanced, ungrounded life force. And then movement meditation is very much, I call it freedom. It's like a freedom in which, like any great writer of like J.K. Rowling or Dr. Seuss, or a dancer or a poet or any public speaker or musician, like these kind of artisans, they have this movement meditation where they literally are just freeing themselves and just allowing whatever to come out. Just like any great painters or any great designers, right? There's this sense of, you know what, I'm just going to have this freedom. I'm just going to sit with myself and I'm just going to I'm going to let something come through me that is unique, that is more expansive than what I was doing before, that has an intention, that has a vision, that has an ambition, that has a sense of accomplishment, this excellence in the way that I'm thinking new thoughts. I'm challenging my old thoughts, and I am feeling more agile, feeling more flexible, feeling more well-rounded, and that I feel as a person that I just feel even more connected to mystery and higher imagination, and what does it mean to be an original person with original art form, right? So that's the medicine I have for the individual, and how the individual can really refine this, so that when this is refined, when the creativity, self-psychology, and movement meditation is more refined within us, we basically are creating, right? We're creating our dialogue with the other person, with the conflict or the power struggle that we have in our relationship. We're creating a better dialogue, because when we with ourselves when we feel more refined and energized and have this sense of self-mastery, we're more inclined in that sort of struggle, that challenge with that person, to have a creative choice, to have more compassion, to have this sort of kind of relaxation about us, because we feel very grounded in who we are and what we want. And we tend to be more expressive in a way that is about enhancing authentic bond, that's about connecting more intimately for both individuals to excel, and they both get their chance to experience their greatness or their breakthrough or their sense of spiritual victory, or they both get to have this sort of creative collaboration, right? So it's like taking that friction, that conflict, and like putting it into something that actually is going to move you and that person to experience more of your victory, more of your like aha moment or breakthrough or revelation, or kind of kindness and sort of service to each other, and this openness and this desire, this passion to want to have this fearlessness, have this charisma to the connection, this sort of boldness, this sort of, I'm here and I'm giving my all to you. I'm fully here. And we don't really never fully here in a connection until we are really fully here within our own self, within the creativity, the self-psychology, and movement meditation that is here right in this routine, right in this lifestyle, in this habit that we are demanding in our individual life.